Hi everyone, welcome back to Metroid Prime. Last time we collected a couple more power-ups, charge beam, the bombs, actually we pretty much went through the entirety of Chosen Runes. We collected a whole bunch of power-ups. Forgot about that. Unless I actually did split the video. I don't know about that because the videos haven't been put up on my channel yet. Anyway, now that we have the bombs, we can actually go get the Various suit. And to do that, we have to fight our first major boss. And to access that boss room, we need to actually activate all these symbols and go to the top of this tree. I imagine the first time you get to here, you'll want to go to the top of this tree. Or see what's all the way up to the top of this room in a way. I mean, it's a set piece. Aren't you curious? Yeah, you want to destroy the hives before you get to them, because if you get to them, the wasps come out, and those are annoying. Sandstone block. In other words, bombs. Actually, you know what? I could go back and get some power-ups, because the bombs would give me access to a couple. Maybe I will. Maybe I will. Vast portions of trees' cellular structure have been consumed by toxins distributed through source water. Where is the source water? We're about to find out. Ah! Things. Die, die, die. So frustrating to deal with. I don't think I found all of the runic symbols, though. I only activated 2 so far, right? Yeah, there's the third one. There is a trick, a triple bomb jump that you can do in the original version of Metroid Prime that allows you to bypass this gate. However, in later versions, they just put an invisible wall right here. Like, you can see it. They put an invisible wall to make sure that you can't just bypass this. You need to solve the puzzle. No fall damage, but you do get stunned momentarily if you make a huge jump like I did there. Here we go. The gate's gone. Now we need bombs to blow this up, because of course. Developers want us to actually have bombs for this boss, because you're gonna need bombs. Sacred Hall, that was talked about in one of the scans. Charge beam is optional. Yeah, this goes on for quite a while. I think there's one of these crates has a huge energy. Not this. Not this either. Whatever. Let's just go. Nice dodge, Samus. Say hello to Flagrant. Not sure if I said that name right, but it's a plant-like creature. Neat design. Very westernish, I guess. Yeah, Flagrant. Mutant plant is the source of toxic water in the ruins. Flagrant's growth cycle has been radically accelerated. As a result, it requires near constant exposure to solar energy to remain active. This exposure has made Flagrant's outer shell thick and durable. Its lower root system is unprotected and vulnerable, however. Exploit this flaw when possible. Concentrated weapon fire can daze it for short periods of time. You can also scan these things. Yeah. One of Flagrant's tentacles fills this narrow drainage channel. Analysis indicates that Flagrant's central nervous system is located at the base of this structure. So Flagrant's up there. If you hit it, it gets stunned momentarily. Don't have to hit it very often. You're supposed to hit these things so that the solar panels are no longer active, and therefore Flagrant gets stunned like this. By the way, this is the first time I'm actually hearing Flagrant's theme. Y'all realize that? Because in the original Prime, the theme was... Oh wow, I didn't do this in time. Whoops. Because... Ow! Because in the original game, Flagrant's theme looped every 10 seconds instead of how it was supposed to work. Mirror ray used to focus sunlight onto the creature. Yeah. I just wanted to scan that because I could. Okay, let's do this again. And there's no cutscene to interrupt me this time. There's a speedrunning trick where players actually jump onto the devices near Flagrant's base and lay a bomb like near where you're supposed to put them, and that's good enough for the game apparently. By the way, if you look at Flagrant's face, it looks like it's got a humanoidish face. Like, don't you agree? I think so. That's actually something really common in Prime's art direction. I think it's one of the artists who had a knack for doing a ton of self-portraits, and it's quite apparent that he like this kind of inspiration was left to many of the enemies in this game, or at least 2 of them, maybe only 1. Just a warning, sometimes Flagrant decides to actually re-put one of the solar panels into position. Now, guess how many times we're gonna have to do this? Because, you know, there's 4 solar panels total. I'm pretty sure I'm recovering more health than it's damaging you with right now. It's that weak. Also, there's the vines blocking the way. Imagine if you had to scan that. It would be your only opportunity. Okay, let me go over here. I do hate it when Flagrant actually blocks their way through the Morphol passage. Because you have to go all the way around and you won't make it in time. Also, this is so totally showing its age. The way Flagrant reappears out of the plant. Just scale up the model that we did for this boss, please. See, we saw in action Flagrant actually putting one of the solar panels back into place. Damn, I actually can't hurt Flagrant from where I am. Only from the front. 2 misses is enough to stun it. Cool. Time to finish this. Bye! If this game had been properly remade, Metroid Prime, the plant thing in the middle probably should have been animated. But, you know, if this game does get remade at some point, it might be like the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask's remakes on the 3DS, where all they did was take the old models and apply new textures onto them. Maybe refine the models too. Although it's understandable why they did that for the 3DS, because that game system is not that powerful, especially compared to the GameCube. Don't know why Samus has to be in the T pose for this, but you know, it looks cool, and you get such a better suit for your trouble. We're going through this animation. Actually, you know what? Metroid Prime 1 has the coolest variation of suits. So, dangerous heat world gallery unlocked for purchase. Okay. So, dangerous locations that are too hot for us to go with just our basic power suit can now be accessed because we have the Vera suit. We also take less damage from some enemies. I think it's half damage, but I could be wrong. Also, the water is no longer toxic. You can also travel in it safely. That's really cool. I like how they basically show it to you right here, essentially forcing you almost literally into the water to basically show you, hey, you can walk in it now. Also, big energy right here. Ultra energy. And this creature over here. Pulse Bamboo. Annoying enemy. I think we can defeat it with Charge Beam? No. Our power shots only reflect off this thing. We need a new beam to actually be able to damage these things. So here we got these creatures in the Morph Ball, Spider Ball track. It's funny what people have to do to actually be able to get an artifact to beat the game. What they do is they drop down the shaft, but only enough so that they can then climb back up all the way back to Flagrant's room to actually be able to get one of the artifacts. I always found that funny. Like, seriously. Also, conveniently enough, here's the Magmore Caverns elevator. I think the game is trying to tell us something. Could be getting power-ups right now, but no, we're doing this. And this is just force of habit, but I want to scan this. The elevator is already active because we activated it from the other side. Just, that scan is bright and stuff. It's red, it's major. It's also annoying to go here without the Vera suit the first time because then you have to go back up these crappy things in order to get out of Magmore Caverns. Also, more Shriek Bats. And a save point right over here. Save points are always cool. Yeah, you know, back in the original release of Metroid Prime 1, there was this progressive scan mode that Metroid Prime could do. I never understood what the hell that was supposed to mean. Pseudo HD, I guess? Not true HD, though. Also, those are Grisbees. Not a classic enemy, I think. Maybe they are. They're not... The design is not that familiar to me. Use missiles to defeat them. Ooh, almost didn't make the jump. Also, a new creature right here. An extremely annoying one. The Burrower. Burr is similar to the beetle, although it's more annoying. Yeah, that's the scan. More annoying. Basically, it jumps out of the ground and then quickly goes back in before you have a chance to really defeat it. Fortunately, it's not that strong. It's just annoying. Hell yeah! This is cool. Great music. Cool layout. Also, if you were here with only the power suit, you would be in quite a hurt right now. This is a Magmore. A Magmore? That's what it's called. I thought it had a different name. Anyway, it's a fire-breathing serpent that dwells in lava. Magmores prefer extreme heat zones and are susceptible to frigid attacks forms. Sightless, they navigate the lava currents using their sonar receptors. So, yeah. Not very strong, and they have a goofy design where if you damage them enough, they lose their heads. Cool. It really is. They don't seem to properly die, though. Anyway, that's a grapple point. Unfortunately, we don't have the grapple beam with us. Grapple beam's not that good, so we'll probably get it relatively soonish in the game, right? Ha no. Annoying enemy right here, the puffer. They basically move around and explode upon defeat, and they actually deal quite a bit of damage. At least in higher difficulties. Now you might think that's all there is to this room. Doesn't seem to be anything in the center. But that's where you'd be wrong. To be honest, I'm kind of cheating by doing this, but I want to do it anyway. The fire breath of the Magmoors doesn't reach as far as you might expect it to. It's actually a bit disappointing. So anyway, there is a scan later in the game that tells you, hey, to get one of the artifacts, you gotta go to this room and blow up this thing. And you gotta use your super missiles. Turns out though that 5 normal missiles is good enough. Or 2 normal missiles. Yep, that's a Chozo artifact. Pretty much the first one most players are gonna get. Usually I have space jump to get that Chozo artifact. I kind of don't have that right now. Whoops. Well then, I can't actually reach the Chozo artifact even though I know it's there. Well, I suppose that's the trivia of the day. You can get that Chozo artifact real quick if you got the space jump and some missiles. You don't need the supers. Here, that's clearly a bombable wall. Well, maybe not clearly. See, that's... I was too close to the puffer right there. It actually did damage me after I shot it. For reference, that's the only type of pillar that you have to blow up like that in the game. Like, I guess there's some other ones, but you only blow the sides of those, and you can actually scan them, which makes it more obvious that you have to deal with them that way. Triclops, hard-shell creature, tries to grab you when you're in morphball form and is generally really annoying. Usually I have the space jump to just jump over this gate and skip them, but gotta go through their lair right now. To defeat the Triclops, you lay a bomb and make sure they're actually about to get to the bomb before they get to you. Whoops, shouldn't have gone there. But I love this effect, so I did it on purpose. Anyway, yeah, there's another secret somewhere over there, but I think you might need supers for those. Actually, you need the X-ray scan to know that you're supposed to blow that thing up. Because there are some invisible things over there. But just because they're invisible doesn't mean you can't interact with them now. But you probably also need space jump. Oh my, there's a secret over there. How am I gonna reach it? There it is, one of the invisible platforms. But as I said, I can't reach it right now. Not without the space jump. Ah, over here, that's right. To enter the passage under, you gotta go all the way over here. Stupid camera. For a second there, I thought I needed the wave beam. Oh yeah, it's a missile expansion. For a second there, I thought I was going a completely different passage because I didn't remember it taking this long to get to the missile. Ha, you know what's weird? In Samus Returns, missile expansions are... They only expand your missiles by 3 instead of the usual 5. I actually like that change. It made the game a little more challenging because there were a couple of instances early in the game where I ran out of missiles. Particularly against the Alpha Metroids. Going completely wrong direction right now. Just showing that there's nothing else to find. Now we gotta go over here. And jump. Like this. Also, these things descend. So, you'll want to keep jumping on them if you don't want to not be able to continue. These covers have been giving me some ultra energies. I wonder if I'm actually taking more damage than I think. Because the visor opacity is at 0, so I have no idea how much damage I'm taking from some enemies. But as we saw in the beginning of the game, it wasn't a lot. Like 2 damage, seriously? But it accumulates over time, so that's why you don't really want to get hit, like, ever. Gotta be careful of those things in the distance. If you're too far away, they won't even damage you. Because they don't see you, you know? This is a big layout. And I kind of want to go somewhere, and I'm pretty sure I have to go where I think I have to go. Because really, the game's not very good at hiding stuff. Having the map right now would help. Yeah, see, there's quite a few rooms we can go to right now. There's over here. Right? Yeah, that's a new room. We'll check that out, but I'm pretty sure I won't be able to get very far. Okay, I will. Notice how this is cracked right here? That's gonna come up later. Careful of these fire spouts, or whatever they're called. They are actually effective at their job. I'm actually proceeding quite a bit here. I think you... Gosh, I'm so confused right now. I'm so sorry. Yeah, Magmore. Can't harm these things with other attacks. I wanted to go over here because I wanted to show that you can't actually continue, but we're actually going pretty far. We're in a completely different location right now, by the way. Like, we were over there, now we're over here. Up here out of this thing. If you want to go back, you go through here. Ow. Oh, it's not dead. Whoops. Well, we can just avoid it like this anyway. It does try to bite you, I think. If you're, like, right next to it. It's actually kind of cute. Okay, so we can actually reach this elevator. But we're not supposed to do anything with it. If I remember. Still, we'll check it out for now. OCD. Yeah. Silly creatures. So weak now. Seriously. Also, missile expansion right here. And, oh wow, now we're here. Huh. Well, in case any of you were wondering, we actually could make it back to the landing site from this location. But we'll check this place out later when we have the space jump. Because we'll be able to make more progress when we have the space jump. Still, I thought I was in a completely different location. Whoops. It's not a bad shortcut though. I like how you can pretty much access all of the locations from the landing site. Magmore Caverns is actually kind of limited. In a sense. Actually, no, never mind. Magmore Caverns actually isn't limited at all. You can access all the locations from this place. Right? I think so. The limited location is the next area that we're about to go to. That place, you don't have much... Like, the only place you can get to it from... Oh my god. Way too much damage right there. The only place you can access the next area from is Magmore Caverns. I want to say missiles deal as much damage as charge beam, but they have different properties despite that. Hey, come on. It's supposed to be more convenient. Careful not to fall, by the way. They had to make this challenging to get out of. Because this power up right here. Now, once again, be careful of these things. They'll put a hurt on you. They're really good at it. Oh, now they can actually attack me. Ow. Oh, I do believe missiles are, like, very effective against these things. Note how many charge shots I actually try to use against it and didn't destroy it. There's a lot more backtracking when you're not sequence breaking to get space jump early. That's something I've noticed. It's a little lame, but I don't mind. It's more lame in Metroid Prime 2, I want to say. Metroid Prime 3 kind of embraced its linearity, and some people didn't like that, but it worked better for it, if you ask me. While Metroid Prime 2, it kind of just went halfway, and it didn't quite work out. But Metroid Prime 2's strengths lie elsewhere, in a way. Quite a few scans here. Geothermal power routing to the station is complete. Unstable magma flow is a concern. Remove tower from geothermal grid if fluctuations exceed safety levels. Local crystal formations possess low phazon residue. They do have high value to the monks of Grondheim, however. Recommend processing of crystal for that market once phazon operations cease. So this is a spacebar location, in case anyone's wondering. Immersion pistons are leaching... That's not how you pronounce leaching, game. Leaching power from the magma pools as planned. Geothermal power source is promising. Recommend energy command deactivate central dynamo and switch to geothermal power at once. Is that how you pronounce leaching in Europe? Because, as I said, this is based on the European version of Metroid Prime. Maybe it's something they forgot to change. If you have space jump, you can go over there, and therefore all the way up there. We don't, though, so we're going over here. And now it's time for one of the more challenging energy tanks. Or so you would say if this was the original Metroid Prime, because you'd have to keep laying bombs to do the bomb jump. And if you lay 2 bombs on this thing I'm on right now, it blows up. And then you fall in the lava, and you get hurt, and that's really bad. But here we can just do this. So we can skip the process of laying a bomb to first jump. Makes this so much easier, actually. It's kind of crazy. And now we're going to the most beautiful area of the game. But probably the best music, too. So we've got the desert-ish area, the forest area, the fire area. Now, of course, we need the ice area. But of course, like I say, like like these places are generic, but it's not. Even if it is generic, that doesn't mean it's bad. There's a reason people keep doing it. Because snow, fire, desert, forest, these locales are very different in our minds. That's why art-wise, you see these kind of things so often. Wow, y'all see the reflection going off the scan visor right now? That's actually a really cool effect. Anyway, annoying creatures, the flicker bat. You can partially ignore them. They're high up in the sky and they don't do that much damage. They're just annoying. Platform kept afloat by a gas-based propulsion system attached to its underside. Wow, you don't say. That must be related to the Gemer. Crystallite, territorial cold weather scavenger. Use missiles to defeat it. We're gonna save. Right over here. Also, you can scan these things. New personnel must report to the South Research Facility. Failure to report will be penalized by a 30% ration cut and extra duty. Western Temples in Phase 2. All projects are postponed. Under no circumstance are personnel to attempt access. I was about to say attempt success. All ballistic support personnel report to Research Lab Hydra. Logged out continuing plan 3A in effect until further notice. I don't know why I wanted to read those things. I guess I was looking forward to seeing if one of them revealed or foreshadowed in one of the upcoming bosses. And I think they did. But it's not really clear right now. Can we do something with that thing over there right now? Yes, we can. The door directly above has been unlocked. Thank you, game. God, having the space jump would help so much right now. I can't even make that small gap. So this door right over there has been locked forever. And now we got these annoying things. Scatter bamboo. Actually, you know what? They're cool. Their effect is cool. Makes you want to go between their lightnings thing. Lightning rods? Lightning beams, whatever. You can't defeat them right now. Oh, by the way, if you get too close to them, they actually start to disable your visor. That effect will be so much cooler in Metroid Prime 2, though. Baby She-Got, Glacial Predator. Generic Western designed enemy. Oh, they're not gonna... Yes, they will wake up. So you're not supposed to hit their mouth, you're supposed to hit their shell. Once their shell breaks, they're pretty much one missile away from being defeated. Basically, you really need to strafe a lot against these enemies. That's the basic gist of them. Oh, I think this is the place. Is this the place? Maybe it isn't. Still, be on the lookout for the ice shriek bats. We're coming up to their location very, very soon. I think in the Prime Trilogy release, they actually added the Ice Streak back to some new locations where they come back. Just, you know, be on the lookout for them. Damn it, didn't mean to fall. Okay, I thought this thing was scannable, but I guess it isn't. I remember getting stuck here for a long time, thinking I could jump back out. Don't know why. Yeah, I don't know why. This area is confusing to me. Thinking there's secrets in places there clearly aren't. Oh yeah, this is a different creature, but we know what it is. The ice burr, because it's different from the other burr that was not called the lava burr for some reason. Like seriously, it's a palette swap enemy. And it's freaking everywhere right now. Gosh. Leave me alone. Okay, now we're over here. And we just casually go over here. Don't fall down. You'll regret it. The closer you get to these things, the more bombs they drop. And if you use your charge beam, beware, they're coming up to you. What? Oh, she got. They can fire projectiles, unfortunately. Makes them doubly annoying. What am I doing right here? Is this the place where I tried? Oh yeah, this is what I was looking for, actually. It's easy to miss this Chozo lore. As the great poison reaches ever further into the planet, we Chozo begin to feel the gnawings of despair. Before it is too late, we now make our last stand. We have begun to build a temple to contain this darkness. At its heart, we will place a cipher, a mystical lock powered by 12 artifacts and filled with as much power as we Chozo can harness. We wonder, though, even when we are done, will it be too late? And will the power of the temple and the cipher itself prove strong enough to hold back the poisonous tide that even now swells within the ground, threatening all life? These Chozo lore transcripts are all out of order, in case you're wondering. You're supposed to get them all and then you'll get the full story. Ow. I want to say that these enemies actually hurt you a lot. Oh, and they can freeze you too. Maybe I'll show that some other time. Yes, we are supposed to go over here. I'm gonna check one last thing, see if I can find the ice streak. Yes, they're over there! Ice streak bats. Infamous creature that some people miss and never are able to scan after they've died once. Actually, I do think they respawn. It's just that after you get a certain power-up or reach a certain room, that's when the game is set up to never make them ever respawn. Man, the space jumps makes this so easy, this area right over here. Like, you would not believe how much you can break this area by just having the space jump. Hey. Damn it. You gonna try anything? You're not standing on anything right now, baby she-got. Actually, I think it's stuck. Whoops. Yeah, see, that's what happens when you get frozen. You gotta press the jump button rapidly to actually escape. Also, there was a Chozo lore scan right over there that I think I missed. We'll get it on the way out. So I've gone here, but I can't do much, unfortunately. So I gotta go back here. And go up here. Scan this. And that realigned those platforms. Now I gotta hurry. They crumble after you jump onto them, by the way. And now we get the boost ball. One of the hardest power-ups to skip in the original Metroid Prime. I think I tried to once, but it's just that the problem is that to skip the boost ball, you still need to get the plasma beam, and getting the plasma beam without the boost ball is a challenge in and of itself. Anyway, the game was telling us something right there. Can you all guess what? It's a half pipe. What an immersive way to use the boost ball. Right now, we can't damage... Well, we're not supposed to be able to damage enemies by boosting into them. But in later games, they made that a thing. Even Metroid Prime Hunters did that, considering the boost ball wasn't useful for anything else. I have to check. Yeah, I have to do this. Because there's no other reason to go back here. So many creatures suffer beneath the blight on bottom land. And we chose are no exception. But for all of our pain, we can at least believe in the promise of the future. We have come to believe that a time may never come when we can once again open the door and banish the darkness we've contained. Even so, our vigilance will forever remain. We believe that on some far-off day, a savior will come and continue what we have begun. For that savior, we will leave our ancient weapons and armor. The soul who can gather them will be the entrusted one, the only being who can reverse the evil that grows here. That scan is talking about us, in case you're wondering. I do love how the Metroid Prime games make Samus out to be a true hero. The 2D games kind of undermine it. Especially Other M, but we're not going to talk about that game yet. The thing is that the Prime games actually recognize Samus's achievements. She saves the freaking universe. Time and time again. And the Chozo, who actually trained her up to be who she is, it's recognized too. Although, in the manga, it suggests that there really was only 2 Chozo that trained up Samus. I think there were more, actually. I don't remember the manga particularly well. All I remember, as far as the Chozo are concerned, is Old Bird and... No, not Old Bird. Gray Bird and... Old something something. Whatever. I think there were actually more Chozo than, though. Could be wrong. Well, anyway, we got the boost ball now. We can't actually do anything in Pentana Drift to get the beam that we want, so we're actually going to go back to our spaceship. That's kind of what the game wants us to do, as shown by this cutscene right here. Oh my gosh, who could that be? I wonder what Ridley was doing here. I do like the foreshadowing, or what they were trying to do with this scene, showing you there's Ridley, but you don't actually get to fight him, not yet. It just shows you that he's going around doing his own thing, and that's okay. We're off doing our own thing too. We're supposed to be chasing him, but there's something else going on over here. But a player who would ignore all the scans and stuff probably would think that the main goal of this game is to actually beat Ridley. Right? I can't help but feel that way. My gosh, this episode has been going on for quite a while, huh? Well, we're gonna stop after we get the space jump. That's what we're supposed to be doing right now. So we gotta go back to Talon 4. There we go. Gosh, I do wonder how much damage I've taken. It would be nice if our visor indicated on the top how many energy tanks we have left. And I know I have visor opacity at 0 right now, and normally the visor shows you how many energy tanks you've got left at the top. But I'm talking about, like, if you look at my helmet, there's these, like, 4 blue bars, with the 4th one being smaller than the other ones. I kind of wish that would show us either our energy tanks, or the battery left on our Wiimote, because that's what it does in Metroid Prime 3. It's actually really cool. A very immersive way of showing how much stuff you have left, whether that's your energy tanks or the energy left on your Wiimote. I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that for Metroid Prime Trilogy for all of the games. Anyway, annoying creatures, please ignore. I kind of wish we could climb to the top, but we can't do that just yet. We need a space jump for that. It's actually... The space jump is such an important power-up. It's actually super duper convenient that it's the first power-up that you can get in the original version. Well, in any version of Metroid Prime. They made it the trick that to get the space jump tougher. The sequence break tougher, but it's still very easy and possible to sequence break and get space jump. And I said it was very easy, but it's not that easy. Just it's super convenient that the space jump is the very first. It happens to be the first power up that you can get, and it's one one of the power ups that makes it so easy to sequence break the whole thing. Imagine if a boost ball was the power up that you would get from behind your spaceship instead. That one made a load of difference in terms of potential sequence breaks in Metroid Prime. Anyway, we're supposed to use a boost ball right here. Gonna get rid of those creatures first, though. There we go. And clearly bomb this, and this, and this, and now we're over here. If you had checked your map, you would have actually noticed this place before too. Careful not to fall right here. If you do, you're going all the way back. Yeah, I love the set piece here, with the light gleaming from over here. I imagine what they did, design-wise, originally, is that they had the high jump be this... not the high jump, the space jump be this power-up they wanted you to feel like, oh, wow, guess what? This entire time there was this power-up behind your ship. Isn't that cool? Just the fact that it made it so that... you could sequence break and get it early. Kind of probably had some of the developers think, wow, whoops, we really messed up this time. Anyway, that's it for this episode. Hope you've all enjoyed it and all are going to stay. Next time, the wave beam.